Guys, something just don't want me to be great. So here I am again trying to post the same video that I made earlier, like around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. This is about this is a story time that's about a guy who I dated when I was 27. He was living with his ex. Okay. I guess I should have been smarter around that time not to date someone who is living with their ex, but he made it clear to me that it was nothing going on between her and him. And I asked him several times, "Is you sure?" So the minute I walk in the house for him to introduce me to his brother and her, she's giving me all these kind of stank face looks, but she's like making fake smiles. She put a fake smile on her face to me, and I fake smiled right back because, like, I knew why she was looking at me like that. Okay, so she's, and like I said, the guy in this story time is going to be named Jeff. Sometimes I don't like to use people's real names. So Jeff is sitting next to me, and she's looking at me up and down, staring at me. And she says, "So how long you and Jeff been dating?" And I'm like, "Okay, like a month and a half." And then he said, "Yeah." And he started laughing. And she's like, "Well, he needs somebody like to keep his head on straight and to show him and to guide him because he be doing the wrong kinds of things." That's what she said. Now, a little history when it comes to her and him. They used to be girlfriend and boyfriend back in the day in 1992 and in 1993, is what Jeff told me. So, she had went in the kitchen and then she fixed her a little bowl of some spaghetti and then asked me if I wanted her to fix me something. I say no, I just ate. Cause she was looking at me all kinds of crazy ways. Like, why would I let her fix me some food so she can spit in it? And I don't just, eat like that over nobody's house like that. Anyways, back then. So, when I left his house and I was talking to him on the phone, I said, that was an awkward situation. Don't never put me in no situation like that ever again. A month later, he tells me, no. A month later, she calls me because they was using the house phone. So she knew my phone number was in the phone. She calls me and she's like, "Do you have anywhere for this fool to stay or to sleep at?" I'm like, "No." I'm like, "What's going on?" She gonna say, "You mean to motherfucking tell me this is your nigga and you ain't gonna let him stay with you?" I say, "First of all, lady, I don't know you and you don't know me, so do not curse at me unless you want me to curse at you right back." And she's like, "It just don't make no sense that you don't have nowhere for him to stay. Like, you a sorry ass type of female." I'm like, "Bitch, fuck you." Fuck you. And then I hung up. Because I knew she just wanted to have an issue with me because she saw that he and I were together and she was jealous because he used to be something to her. But that was whatever him and her had going on. It didn't have to have anything to do with me. So I was just upset, and I called him after I got off the phone with her, and I told him, "You better tell that bitch, like, I ain't the one." And he's like, "She's just mad and everything because you came over, but she told me that it was okay for me to have company." And I'm like, first of all, why you gotta get her permission to have company? First the fuck of all, that's crazy. You grown, just like I'm grown. But he was like, "Don't worry about it, just don't call there no more. I'll call you." But then through 2 or 3 weeks later, he calls me and tells me she put him out. Then he said, "I would like to take you out to eat, and then we're gonna go get a room at the Holiday Inn." So I accepted, and I went. No, he came to pick me up. Well, he had his friend driving because he didn't have a car. Okay, so we went out to eat at this Chinese restaurant. Then we got this room at this hotel that was supposed to have been the Holiday Inn, but I don't know. Because that hotel room was freezing cold. And I don't like to be cold. I slept miserably. And the next day I went home. I was glad to be home in the warmth. Because this was the month of January. In the warmth of my own bed. But I'm about to end this video. But this is the video that I posted. But I had to delete that video. Y'all stay blessed.